Join me for this Trash to Treasure episode while I turn this ordinary salsa container into a beautiful macrame vase. I have this used salsa container. I'm going to go ahead and use the lid. I'm going to cut it out and use it in the bottom of the container. Now that we have that all cut out, I'm going to use some fabric that I found in my drawer of fabric, and I'm going to go ahead and cut around that. We're going to cover up this plastic with the fabric, and that's going to line the bottom of our container. I'm going to grab another piece of fabric. We're going to put that inside the container, and I'm going to grab some scissors, and we're going to cut off the excess there. We're going to form it around and have a little bit of an overlap on the outside. And then we'll go ahead and glue it in place. And our next step will be to add these floral wires all the way around the perimeter of the container. And I've got these off of Amazon, and you want to separate them about 1/4 inch apart. And we are going to add those one at a time until we've gone all the way around the container. So I missed a portion of recording of the video to show you how I make the circular pattern on the bottom of the container. So I have switched containers. I'm going to show you how I make the bottom circular pattern. Okay, we're back to the bottom of the right container, and as you can see, I am finishing it off, wrapping the macrame around the base, and we're going to go all the way out to the edge. You're just going to keep rotating your macrame around each section of glue until you've reached the edges of the bottom of the container. Once we've covered up the bottom of the container, we're going to continue that pattern around the base until we've gone maybe about 1/4 inch up on the sides, just enough to cover the floral wire. And that may be 4 or 5 rows. And once you've got to that point, we'll stop there and I'll show you what's next. Once you've got about 4 or 5 rows and you've covered up your floral wire, we are going to start a new pattern, and it's going to be over one floral wire, under the next floral wire, and that's going to be the same pattern all the way around, all the way until you get to the top of the container. So just remember, as you're weaving over and under, to pull your macrame cord a little bit as you're going around and around, and then push down so that all the macrame is very close together, so you have a nice tight weave. And that's what you want to continue to do until you get to the very, very top. And once you've gotten to the top, we're going to take our floral wires and we're going to bend them forward slightly all the way around. Once you have your wire in place, continue around with the same pattern until you reach the halfway point on your floral wire. Once we have got to the halfway point, we're going to stop here and we're going to bend the wires. You're going to do 2 down, and then the next 2 will be up, next 2 down, and so on, all the way around until you're done. And then you will continue with the same pattern you've been weaving. So over and under, all the way around until you get just about a quarter of an inch or so from the top. And I've gone ahead and braided a long strip of macrame cord that I'm going to use along the top as a decorative piece to cover up the floral wire. And as I go along, I'm going to trim the edges of the floral wire that are sticking out. And I'm going to go through real quick and just kind of push my weaves together as much as possible so we can hide that floral wire. And that will be the finished product. So I've added a nice decorative trim to the top and the bottom, in addition to some nice floral picks on the inside of the vase. If you like this video, please click that subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.